Welcome to your piano lesson. Today, I'm going to teach you how to realize figured bass. And to do that, I brought in this example of an old hymn that is written rather than using chords. It gives you a bass line with figured bass. Since we've never seen this before, I'll explain the process of realizing it. Now first I'll play an example of what this hymn sounds like with the bass line. And in modern music, the hymns are usually written out with the accompaniment all written out, or else it's a lead sheet with chords and inversions. But in the old days, when they wrote sheet music for this, they didn't have the chords and inversions, so they wrote figured bass as a bass line. So I'll walk you through the process, note by note, of how we'll realize this song. So let's look at the first note. Our very first is a B flat. We're in the key of B flat, so you'd probably assume that this is realized as a B flat chord. But the reason is, if you see a bass note with no numbers beneath it, then you're assumed to play these intervals. So here's the bass, and you play a third above the bass and a fifth. Those are the default, always a third and a fifth. So this is the realization of the first note, quite simply. And then the second note is a little different. The second is a D. And I said that the default would be a third and a fifth. But because this one has a 6, we bump up the fifth to a 6. So our realization of the second note is this. So far we have a third and a fifth, and then a third and a 6. And really what I did is I played a B flat chord, and then I played the B flat in first inversion. But in figured bass, we think more in terms of the intervals we're playing than chords and inversions. It's also worth noting that there's two other things I'm trying to do. Number one, when I'm playing the third and the fifth intervals, I'm doubling this bass note. You do that whenever you're playing third and fifth intervals, and whenever you're playing fourth and sixth together. However, when this second bass note that just has a 6, I'm not doubling the bass. I'm just doubling any other note in my hand. And I'm also trying to move parsimoniously, because that's good practice. So I'll keep going. I'll show you the examples. Make sure you can see both the music and but here's the default, third and fifth, a 6. Here's another third and fifth, 6. Always trying to move parsimonious. Here's a D with a 6, as we had before. This one is another 6, so I have my E flat, third, and 6. Now when we move on to the second line, here's the next bass line, there are some new things happening. The first is this 6 here has a natural. So after we play this B flat, we get a G, and above a G we're supposed to play a third and a 6. But the 6 is written as natural, so as you probably assume, we just play a 6 natural. This is that chord. So B flat, G, and then F, 6, F chord. Now I'm on the second measure. This next one has 2 realizations under it, which means we play the first one first and then resolve the second one. So the first one is a C with a 4th and a 6. The second one is a natural third and a 5th. So that sounds like, and I double the bass in both of these, because with 6 4s and 5 3s we double the bass. And then we know enough to finish this system. The third system is about the same as the first, with nothing new, but the bottom has one more new example, which is this one at the end, which is a 2 and a 4. and it has me playing an F. And so the default is 5 and 3. But when we're only playing the 2 and 4, the 5 gets bumped up to 6. And so this is the 2-4 chord. And then when the bass line is moving much faster, you don't have to play a new chord for every note. Just the ones that are marked, or the strong beats, like this one, it goes back to a 5 and a 3. And that's why a chord like this is marked. And so that's all you would need to know to realize this song. If you follow those rules, you'd be able to realize the figured bass for this song and most any other song. There are some other examples that aren't in this song. For example, if I had in this song a B flat with a 7 marked over it, then I keep my default 3rd and 5th and just add the 7 on top. So, yes. Do you have any questions? Okay. Perfect. And then I'll play through the first line one more time just to review. All right. Thanks for learning with me.